our series of spoken English. Today we are going to look at two key words: home or homes, house or houses, plural. Home, houses, home, house, home, house. The correct way to use the two words and the wrong way to avoid. So, house, home, house, home. Before we look at the examples as we see on the board, it is very important to be careful. I said, be careful not to say my house, his house, or your house, when you should rather say home. Let me say that again. You have to be very careful. We are looking at home, house. We say, I say you have to be careful, be careful. Not to say my home, my house, his house, your house, when you should rather say home. A house is any building used for dwelling in. A house is any building used for dwelling in. And home is the particular house in which one is living. Let me say that again. A house is any building used for dwelling in, but home is the particular house in which one is living. The particular house, the specific house, the exact in which one is living. House is used for building, any building used for dwelling in. Now, you have to also note that, it's very important, that sometimes we use home to mean one's country. Like when you say, oh, I'm going home. If I say I'm going, sometimes I may mean going to my own country, where I am from, the nation, the country where I come from. So, you have to know that. Let me say that again. That you have to be careful not to say my house, his house, your house, when you should rather say home. A house is any building used for dwelling in. Home is the particular house in which one is living. However, sometimes we use home to refer to one's particular country. And so, because of that, it is wrong to say several new homes have been built this year. No. Several new homes have been built this year. Remember, we said a home is a particular house in which one is living. And the house is any building that is meant for living in. So, it is wrong to say several new homes have been built this year. Several new homes have been built this year. Rather, you should say several new houses have been built this year. Several new houses, or many new houses, or a lot of houses have been built this year. Okay? It is wrong to say, you should go to your house now. You should go to your house now. It is wrong to say that. Rather, you should say, you should go home now. You should go home now. You should go home now. Wrong to say, Fatu is going to the house this summer. Sometimes I say, sometimes home is used for a particular country. So it is wrong to say, I am going to the house this summer, or Fatu is going to the house this summer. Instead, you should go, I am going home this summer, or Fatu is going home this summer. Fatu is going home this summer. And that is that. So, let's go through that again. We are looking at home, house. Home, house. Home, house. I said you should be very careful not to say my house, his house, your house, when you should rather say home. A house is any building used for dwelling in. Any building used for dwelling in. While home is the particular house in which one is living. However, we can use home to refer to one's own country. Therefore, wrong to say several new homes have been built this year. Rather, correct to say several new houses have been built this year. Wrong to say you should go to your house now. Say you should go home now. You should go home now. Wrong to say you should go to your house now. Fatu should go to her house now. Say Fatu should go home now. You should go home now. Wrong to say Fatu is going to the house this summer. Fatu is going to the house this summer, or I am going to the house this summer. Instead, correct way to say that, the correct thing to say is Fatu is going home this summer, or I am going home this summer. This summer. And so that is that with regard to this lesson on house and home. House and home. If you like our video, please share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to support our community-based adult literacy program with whichever way you can. Share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up.